First question.
I will be the first.
Awesome. Let's go.
So, question, I need some clarity on something. I heard a pastor once said that, Jesus had 12 disciples, and he mentioned and he made a statement and said that the devil walked with Christ. Um, but, and I know he was talking about Judas. So tell me, Pastor, Price, because I know Judas, the devil only entered Judas late down, but he's saying that the devil walked with Christ. Can I have some clarity?
I don't know where people get these kinds of statements to say
Mhm.
that, the devil walked with Christ. First of all, Satan is not omnipresent. Okay?
Mhm.
Satan is a created being. Satan was once Lucifer. So he's a created being. So what that means then is that he does not have the attributes of deity. He is not God. He's not even a
Okay.
God. He likes to call himself a
Okay.
God, but he's only God to those who yield and
Right.
submit themselves to him.
Right.
So
Mhm.
Satan cannot be everywhere at once. He goes to and fro the earth,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
And he prowls like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. So to say that Satan was always with Jesus, I'm sure anybody could refute that. It's just not biblical. As we said, Satan only entered Judas's heart um, after the Last Supper,
Right.
right? It was at
Mhm.
that point that Satan entered his heart. And let me just get that scripture for you, right? Satan entered Judas, right? So that would have been in John 13:27, right? John 13:27. Let me just read it for you very quickly. It says in verse 20, let me read from verse 26. Well, let me read from verse 18. It says, I am not referring to all of you. I know those I have chosen, but this is to fulfill scripture. He who shares my bread has lifted up his heel against me. I am telling you now before it happens, so that when it does happen, you will believe that I am he. So Jesus, one of the marks that Jesus is God is that he speaks prophecy and it is fulfilled. Okay, always remember that. He is God because he spoke prophetically and then it occurred. I tell you the truth, whoever accepts anyone I send accepts me, and whoever accepts me accepts the one who sent me. After he has said this, Jesus was troubled in spirit and testified, I tell you the truth, one of you is going to betray me. His disciples stared at one another at a loss to know which of them he meant. One of them, the disciple whom Jesus loved, was reclining next to him, meaning John. Okay. Simon Peter motioned to this disciple and said, Ask him which one he means. Leaning back against Jesus, he asked him, Lord, who is it? Jesus answered, It is the one to whom I will give this piece of bread when I have dipped it in the dish. Then, dipping the piece of bread, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, son of Simon. As soon as Judas took the bread, Satan entered into him. And then Jesus said, What you're about to do, do quickly. Okay. So that's when Satan entered into Judas to carry out that betrayal of Jesus, which led to his crucifixion. So does that answer the question?
Yes, it does. I mean, I knew that. I just wanted to know
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course,
what
we
you
see
think about that
Jesus.
statement.
Yeah, of course, we see Jesus being tempted in the wilderness. And then the Bible actually says Satan left until an opportune time. You remember that verse?
Yeah.
Right. He left until an opportune time. So Satan wasn't always walking around
Right.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's another scripture that validates my refutation of that pastor's statement. Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Awesome.